Hello. Hi, everyone. Welcome to our quantum psychic healings, readings, clearings, Akashic readings, and many more things show with my wonderful co-host, Viviane Heller. Woohoo! Viviane's here. Viviane.
Jon.
And
Everyone.
also, our special guest, Sonia Ross. Welcome back, Sonia. It's lovely to have you back here.
Yes.
Oh, you're on mute. Um,
Sorry, I said I'm very, very happy to be here. Hello,
uh,
everyone.
Mhm.
for coming back. It's been a little while since we last had you here, and it's lovely to have your energy here supporting everyone with their requests. Um, and would you like to introduce yourself to those of us in the, there's about 15 in the live chat so far
Yeah.
across our channels that perhaps haven't met you before?
Hi, my name is Sonia Ross. I'm a spiritual psychotherapist and an energy healer. Um, I see private clients for psychotherapy and energy healings. And, I've been on my spiritual journey awake and alive and aware since January of 2023. And so I'm just really happy to be here and, add to the collective healing of our community.
Fabulous. Well, welcome. Um, And I'd love to remind everyone, please do put all your requests in capitals, and we'll be randomly picking from those. So we tag them, and we always keep a copy of we literally copy your comment, your requests. So there's no need to repeat them. Also, a special thank you to Ascending Universal Butterfly. Thank you for all your kind, loving support as a moderator, and also sharing links and to help in part to help reduce the burden on you, and also to help give lots of space in our chat as well. As Viviane asked, I really appreciate you as you agreed, just posting every 30 minutes or so. It's absolutely fantastic. You can find all our links as well in the description of the video, as well as the live chat. So thank you, everyone. We welcome donations. You can also find Sonia's links as well. I always just double check to make sure I actually did it, not just saying it. And we'll be sharing those periodically through the session today as well. And anything else I need to share? Oh, yes. I wanted to say a massive thank you to, if I can find your comment, there it is, to Diane, Y4L, is it? Thank you so much, Jon and Viviane, for a message last week. It was life-changing for me. I appreciate you both for what you do for us and giving up your free time and a lovely heart and hands and kisses.
Yes.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much, Diane. Thank you for being here too. Thank you for your support.
That's really kind of you.
Mhm.
Yeah, I really appreciate you. And it's funny when you say free time, it feels like it's an honor to run these live streams, and I still can't imagine a time when I won't be doing it. It's such fun.
Yes.
Okay, well, go ahead and create a safe space, and feel free to join us as we create a safe space together. It's really important for both us sharing our abilities with you and our services, and then also you receiving. And remember, I'll be watching if you're posting in the chat while we're setting this up. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a deep breath in through the nose. And breathe out what no longer serves, our highest good, nice and loud. Breathe in through the nose. Breathing out any fear, shame, anxiety, or pain, nice and loud. And breathe in through the nose, nice and deep. And breathe out any remaining low vibration energy or emotion that no longer serves you, nice and loud. And continue to breathe deeply and calmly as it feels right for you. And focus your attention on the very center of your heart, where the golden light of your soul, your golden divine spark, enters your human form. And from the center of your heart, extend a cord of light up through the top of your head, and reach up into the sky, and reach up into the stars, and reach all the way up to the highest frequencies and dimensions of this universe until you reach the highest dimension of the source of love of this universe. And there, connect in your light cord into the highest dimension of source. Feel into that oneness, unity, and unconditional love. Remain connected into source and extend your light cord down to the stars and sky, back down to the top of your head and into your heart once more. And now, this time from the center of your heart, as you encourage your heart to gently soften and open, extend a cord of light downwards, down through the base of your spine and deep into the earth. And reach all the way down through the layers of the planet until you reach the very core of Mother Earth. And there, connect in your light cord into Mother Gaia's crystalline heart. And we send so much love to Mother Gaia at this time. Allow her to send her love back. Remain connected into Gaia's heart and extend your light cord all the way up through the layers of the planet, up through the root of your spine and into your heart once more. And now, together with the light of Source above, Mother Gaia below, and your own light, expand out your golden bubble of protective light to surround you, about 2 meters out to each side, above and below, in front and behind you. And set the intention that only energies and entities with your permission, your highest good, love, and compassion can see you, access you, or exist within this space or within you, and that all other energies and entities must leave immediately. And into the safe space, invite in your spirit guides, your higher self, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Source, and Gaia. Ask for their guidance, clearing, healing, protection, and the integration of today's session. And now, through space and time, create a golden bubble of protective light to surround all of us in the live stream and the replay across all of our YouTube channels, and set the intention only energies and entities with my permission and the highest good, love, and compassion of all can see us, access us, or exist in this space or within us. All other energies and entities must leave immediately. Inviting in for Sonia, Viviane, and I, our guides, our higher selves, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Source and Gaia, Archangel Metatron, and any other being that Sonia or Viviane invite in by name. And we set the intention for today's session that we are here to support you with your requests. Please post them in all capitals. We will randomly pick from these throughout the session today. And we'd like you very much to say hello in the chat as soon as possible if your request is selected. And if you ask for your request on behalf of any other being, including a pet, please get their permission in advance and make sure you include that in your request. And with that, we can get started.
Wonderful. Thank you, Jon.
Thank you. Great. Whose turn is it to choose first?
I believe it's my turn today. Thank you.
Did you notice my discombobulated question, which was whose turn is it to choose? I was like, I understood it.
So I think we've caught up with all those requests. All right. So, okay, make sure I'm on the right side of the screen, and I'll randomly select our first request of this live stream.
All those ugly feelings I've tried to hide from myself only again.
Okay, Libers, 1964. Please let us know if you're here.
Libras 1964. Yes. Wow. That's
Whoa.
maybe the fastest ever.
I think it's the fastest. Yes, thanks so much. So you're saying, hi, would love a chakra clearing and healing. Throat chakra feels blocked. Past life trauma or injury. Possibly related. And message from angels or guides. It's been a rough week. Oh, I'm sorry you had to put your dog down. I'm so sorry for your loss. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Would you guys like to? Would anyone like to do the message or the healing?
I'd like to do the healing.
Okay.
I'll focus on a message then. Thank you so much.
And since Sonia's here with us up to the first hour, I'll try not to talk all the way through everything and give you guys space.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm.
So I can start. I'll just say that when I tuned into the throat chakra, I immediately noticed that it was inflamed. It looked like there was like some redness there. And the message I received is that this is from all that's unsaid within this person, and that it's kind of been building up, and that especially as it pertains to the grief of your dog transitioning, this will be a very important time for you to really let that grief out and not hold it in whatever ways that means for you: screaming, crying, journaling, maybe standing in a forest if you have access and just letting out a wail, whatever feels most in alignment with you. But I really saw that that area of your throat was inflamed. As I did the healing and clearing, it started to improve. Because when I saw first tuned into it, it was very, very inflamed. And then as I brought down the light from source and it started getting clearer and lighter, it became a little bit more golden with some orange on the edges. And then I asked Archangel Raphael to bring his healing ray into your throat.
Wow.
That's wonderful. For a message, I was shown a heart and hands holding this heart and presenting the heart to Libras, and I heard rest, inner peace. I saw angel wings wrapping her and to surround her with, comfort her and soothe her heart. I heard you meet your dog in your dreams and you can feel his presence, but it's very important for you to rest right now. Um, and that was to rest and find this inner peace in this moment that you're still grieving your dog. So I hope this helps you, leaders.
Oh, such wonderful, such wonderful shares from you both, and thank you, Sonia, for your healing. I just had three like clear themes. One was solitude. The second is gratitude, and then the third is creating space. Solitude is, these are all combined, right?
Mhm.
This feeling of, there was definitely a feeling of mourning continuing
Yeah.
in solitude. And I loved what you're saying, Sonia, about, I really felt strongly about the walk-in nature as well, felt really good. You know, solitude is more about just getting away from other humans and putting your phone down. It's not about necessarily being the only being in the space. The gratitude is a lot of like self-reflection of all the things that you're grateful in your life, Libras. And then the third, creating space, picked up on what you were experiencing with the throat chakra, Sonia. There was this feeling of, there's some cords to be cut. There's some people in your life that aren't serving your highest good, and they just need to hear the truth, your truth. And I saw you like, after feels like you've gone through a bit more processing the morning, to create some space around you. You know, when you create space around you, so this is like in your calendar, physically in your life, and so especially people that keep coming back and asking for help, or kind of maybe they're under a guise of friendship, and it could even be a family member, right? When you create space, it exposes the cords that you have between each other much more clearly to you. You'll feel them much more clearly. You'll be like, oh, I'm being pulled back out of that solitude for what? Why are you pulling me out of there? Why do I have to help you all the time? Why can't you help yourself? Like those feelings. So there's definitely an opportunity to reflect on some of those connections, and with that space, decide whether you really want them. And, you know, sometimes just sharing your truth is all it takes for people to make up their own minds. And then if they're still lurking around, then you can say, okay, actually, I think we're maybe done. Thank you, Libras. Libras was thanking us all in the chat. Thank you, all of you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Okay, we will choose the next request. I think we're caught up. I say we, the royal we. Thank you, Viviane.
No, you did all of those ones.
Okay, choosing the next request. Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I am Lulu. Let us know if you're here. I am Lulu. I am Lulu. Are you here? Please say hello in the chat.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
She's
so
here.
faster than I can type.
Yeah.
It's a race against John's typing skills. There we go, just to prove that I actually wrote it. And so I am Lulu says, what do I most need to know right now to move forwards on my path for clarity / enlightenment?
Okay.
Wow. I haven't opened the Akashic records. Would you like me to?
Yes, please.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Ask. Thank you. I am Lulu. Inviting Archangel Metatron to come forwards. Open the Akashic records. Open the Akashic records. Open the Akashic records. And we'd like to start with I am Lulu, please. Please make the Akashic records open to Viviane, Sonia, and myself.
So what I received when I tuned into I Am Lulu is that the first word I heard was worthiness. And then when I asked your guide to come forward, saw I Am Lulu being bathed in a warm spring. And it was like a pool of energy, water. And it was like she was being washed by some other beings. And that what I received is that the message for you, Lulu, is that you are surrounded and you are embraced with lots of love, but you have to work to clarify everything that tells you that you aren't. So you have to work on your feelings of worthiness and anything that challenges your ability to connect and to feel clear and to feel like you're worthy of that higher spiritual connection. You have to tune into and begin to dissolve, and that's what the washing away and you being immersed and surrounded. That's what I received about that.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
You may go, Jon. I'll go after you.
So I was shown, I feel like I was getting an answer on enlightenment. And I was shown, I am Lulu, that it's all about the present moment. It almost feels like, so I think this is also a response to the earlier statement in your question where you kind of asking about move forward from my path for enlightenment. So they're very much describing this as now. The practices, I must admit, are quite unusual that I was being shown. And so I was shown for you that your guide introduced this as saying, oh, I Am Lulu will create a day of like hard things to do. Like some of them feel like a bit of a mix of kind of mind over matter, mentally hard, and challenging. And it's like, that sounds terrible. It's like, why would you want to create like a challenging day? And so then I was shown, well, do you know why people go in ice baths, for example, or why they try and meditate in busy cities?
Mm-hmm.
It's because, and this is your guide's opinion, which I loved, which was your guide said, it's because it makes all the rest of your life seem so much easier. I was like, oh, I never really thought of it like that. I thought there's like direct benefits. It's like, yeah, there are. Like you do get, physical benefits from these practices in the moment. But actually, when you do these things, you start to realize that in these moments, in every single present moment, you get an opportunity for gratitude, an opportunity for calm and inner peace. And I love, like Sonia was describing that light. Like I could see I Am Lulu meditating in a really busy space. Like if you go and meditate in a busy city center, for example, you go and sit down just for a few minutes, right, and try it. It is so much easier after you've done that to then go and do it in your home. It's a lot easier. So this was one of the first practices I was shown for you. And just to know that you're protected. And if you do line up some of these activities, do them all on the same day, personally, I would just encourage some practicing safety and go with what feels right for you. It does feel really like it bring you a lot of breakthroughs and just overexert the difficult things to do. So maybe write a list of 3 things, and to begin with, do them one at a time, and then you could always do them all in one day if you felt like it. I hope that helps you on your journey.
Yes, wonderful. For you and Lulu, I heard meditation, and that it will be like what you feel like is your practice. What is that is a good meditation practice for you. That you continue to go within, and you will tune into those answers. You will be you feel even if you don't hear words. You feel the guidance. And I also got that for you to trust what you're getting when you're giving readings, and think about the fact that you're do it your way when you're reading with others. that you have your way of reading your intuition. So no comparison, and trust what you're getting. But the meditation practice is the most important part of the message here that I got for you to tune into your own inner wisdom and intuition to guide you as you move forward. I hope this helps you. I am Lulu. Thanks so much.
It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. I am Lulu was asking if any of you connect with a guide who may be of African descent. Lady, can you confirm? I believe I met part of her, but confirmation would be awesome if she comes into you with what you are getting. So I guess it's just a question for the three of us. Personally, I didn't ask to see your guide. So I just kind of got like a voice all the way through. I don't know if anything came through for you guys.
When I asked for a guide to come forward, no, I didn't see anyone who appeared to be of African descent. And honestly, they were just kind of an energetic being.
Mm-hmm.
I saw them as an energy.
Okay.
Yes, same here. I didn't really see any specific.
Lewis says, yes, I saw her lower face and she smelled so beautifully of sandalwood and jasmine. I got shivers super crazy when I asked if she was of African descent. Lovely.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for sharing. If you're ever in any doubt about being that you're connecting with or witnessing, what I practice is I just say out loud, I say, spirit guides, is this you? So rather than any being coming in and trying to in any way fool you, then, at least when you address your spirit guides, it's almost like this, it is a kind of form of your free will and your divine right to get the true answer, right? If it's the other way around, if a being comes to you and says, hey, I'm your spirit guide, John, then you can just check in that moment and say, okay, I hear you. Thank you for saying that. I'm going to ask my spirit guides, is this one of you? Or who is this? I hope that helps you. Great.
Okay. I'm ready to select our next request. Right. Mm-hmm.
Please put all your requests in capitals and we will randomly pick from these and say hello, as you've done so amazingly fast today. If you're
Sweet Farish, please say hi in the chat if you're here.
Sweet Farish, calling Sweet Farish. Are you here? Yes, fast that you beat John. Another person beats John. Well done. And Sweet Ferris is asking, can you please ask the Akashic Records why my love life has been a struggle, please? I am single for years and I'm recovering from an autoimmune disease. Thanks. Okay.
Thank you.
yeah, feel free to share anything that's come through.
Mhm. I heard starts with self-love, but right now her self-love and her well-being, her health, um, it's it's the focus is what really should be more important than uh, finding that match. But as she cultivates self-love and her well-being, and I know she's recovering. She mentioned she's recovering from an autoimmune disease. She will, of course, raise her vibration, make herself a priority, and with that, the love relationship that is a good match will appear in. But there's divine timing, so yeah, you're focusing on self-care. I heard divine timing is um, important part of the message here when it comes to having a significant other.
For me, what I received initially when I tuned into your energy, Sweet Farish, I saw like these silver rings, and they were kind of like hovering all around you. And what I received is that the struggles you've experienced in relationships were part of things you need to resolve from past lives about your sovereignty and standing in your sovereignty, and that in any of these situations you're kind of working through how to stand and find your sovereignty in a relationship and find your peace. And that whereas before and maybe in other lifetimes you were not able to be independent and break away from people, that maybe these relationship struggles were part of that pattern of finally being independent and being able to break away from people and reclaim your sovereignty.
I like that.
I'm sorry, Viviane.
Sorry, I'm just mentioning I like that because that goes with part of like the whole yes self-care and being like be good being alone by yourself, being having peace, reclaiming like your own power before you be standing your own power before you get into a relationship. But there was something else about being putting herself out there, but she has to first be in that uh, claim her sovereignty as you described Sonia before she. So that I think goes with the divine timing. She has to be in that uh, state of sovereignty and being dependent and being loving herself before she can move on to a healthy relationship in divine timing. Sorry, I speak too much. Go ahead, Jon. Thank you.
Oh, I just want to say one last thing. Just as far as when Viviana was talking, what I received about the autoimmune condition was that also is part of your path, in that the illness is in front of you so that you will focus on yourself and take care of yourself and to bring yourself back into balance and healing. And so it's, to me, it's kind of all related about reclaiming yourself.
Wonderful.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you. What I feel like I was shown a little bit more towards the latter about connecting with other people. I saw absolutely, you do focus on strong boundaries. Your sovereignty, your boundaries are really critical for your continued recovery. And so you're not allowing others' energy into your space. And the reason this is all connected as well is because, so when you're blocking energy of others, there's no such thing as the perfect intention, right? We might say, oh, I'm going to attract in, my future perfect partner, but not that person over there, right? I don't want that one. And it's like this energy of actually, what we do is we focus on creating a nice, strong boundary, protective boundary, just like at the start of today's session. And you can do that in your daily meditation practice, and also having a nice open heart and remembering that your castle walls around this protective bubble are they're sacred, right? Your space, your energy coming inside these castle walls is a huge honor for any being to come into. And so when your cup's feeling more full, your self-love is well nurtured, you're feeling happy and healthy, and your boundaries are strong. I saw specific for you, Sweet Fairish, if you do find someone attractive, and this isn't just physical, right? In fact, if anything, I'd encourage you to seek people's energetic attraction first. I saw from your heart opening and sending like this, to me, visually, it appeared as like a pulse of electricity, and you're sending it towards them. Now, you don't need to like zap someone's heart, right? You just need to send it towards their aura. You can do it also just by looking at them. It's like the look, right? It's a look of love towards someone. And with a clear intention, saying, I find your energy attractive. You don't need to say much, right? Just like Viviane and I often struggle for words. It's the energy that you're really feeling. And again, just encouraging you to build that trust with your self-love and boundaries. Those feelings sometimes when we get ourselves into love situations where we might not, we kind of go with the spur of the moment, and then we realize that's not what we really wanted. So just building that trust, cultivating yourself so that you don't stumble around in love too much. But yeah, definitely focus on yourself first. I hope that helps you, Sweet Fairish.
Yeah. I think this helps others too that needed to hear this message about standing in your own power and loving yourself, and before you focus on someone else.
And also about like when we have relationship struggles, it's not always that we're bad and that we're unworthy. Sometimes we're working through lifetimes where we're not able to say no.
Mm-hmm.
And we may attract a lot of partners and they kind of force us to say no to them and push them away, and then the relationship, quote unquote, doesn't work.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It may have worked on a higher level. You just may not have gotten what you wanted.
I agree. I feel many of us come to this world as angels, healers from across the universe, and high empathy and high selflessness. And then we suffer because we're like, oh, I'm giving away too much. And so they're wonderful lessons for us and our souls to learn about our self-care, our self-love, and our sovereignty. Great soul growth. Great. Who's next? Is it my turn?
Yes.
Fantastic, thanks. And if we could, nice to catch up to check who. Yes, thank you, Viviane, for keeping on top of the requests. 35 requests. Hello to 50 of you in the live chats. We're choosing the next request. Please say hello if your request is called. Beep, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep. Shooting star 2318. Are you here? You are. You just posted like within the same minute, and you responded so fast. Wow, thank you. And shooting star 2318 says, "Hello, may I please have an energy or blockages cleared and messages from my guides?" Smiley face. Who would like to do what? Messages or clearing?
I can do messages this time.
Okay, fantastic.
I'll go for the energy around this.
Great. I'll just do a scan with you, Viviane, and let me know if you want help with anything. But let you lead.
Okay.
I'll let you lead.
Thank you.
I don't need to let you do anything. Okay.
I'm looking to her heart chakra.
Thank you. I was shown the solar plexus. I actually feel it's the heart is really the source. I think I don't feel. I think there's more of a message for the solar plexus and the body.
Yeah, I felt it could be saying the heart and it's not affecting the solar plexus. I actually saw. It looks like, you know, a fishing line wrapped around her heart, like looped around her heart.
Mm-hmm.
The message I received was about illumination. That's the first word I saw was illumination. I asked, what did that mean? And that maybe Shooting Star has been having a desire for illumination, whatever that means for them, and greater insight and clarity. And Spirit was saying that Spirit is speaking to you, but it's doing it in a very subtle way. And so they would like you to slow down because you're just missing their messages. It's very subtle. And that kind of like, if you do things to settle your energy and to like maybe meditate or have quiet time, they are responding to you when you speak to them, but you may be moving too fast and you're missing it and you're not seeing it when it presents itself.
I heard the word entanglement related to this lines wrapped around her heart. Because of not setting boundaries too. Okay, I got a little bit of what's going on with the heart is about not setting boundaries and about situations where, you know, you have a situation and you don't have clear boundaries and you're not, you feel being pushed around and you're not standing up for yourself. And then you then you start thinking, oh, I should have said this or that. And then you feel a little bit resentful.
Yeah, Shooting Star says, I feel that so much. I have constant ringing in my ears and often wonder if it's my guides.
Mm-hmm. So I'll work with Archangel Michael to remove those lines.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I feel I have a bit of an understanding about how that's happening. So the very first thing I was shown with you, Shooting Star, is this feeling of burnout, like over exerting yourself, constantly just doing stuff just because you have still a little bit energy left to do it. And then the second thing I saw was that when you're tired, when you're exhausting yourself, I saw you like lying down, maybe you're lying on a sofa or a couch or in bed. And in those lowest moments, and what I mean by that is, you know, still relative like day to day, like when you're in those lowest moments, when your vibrations at its lowest, and when you're still, that be careful of the offers you get. And this feels like this message that, you know, you hear some people saying the devil only comes for you, or only comes for you at your kind of lowest moments, sometimes even your highest moments, right? There's loads of different sayings, but it's that feeling of when you're a low vibration, you're a low vibrational match for people that don't always have your highest good. So when something comes in, and it felt like it was like a message on your phone, someone in your DMs, like connecting with you, you're like, hang on, I don't feel great right now, and this person's connecting with me. And it really resonates with what you're saying, Viviane, about boundaries, about the kind of entanglement around the heart as well.
Yeah. So I removed the lines were removed. Doing a little clearing of her heart space now.
Thank you.
And I just got the message, Shooting Star, that you can journal those feelings to help you. And from now on, yeah, start setting clear boundaries so you don't get into that again of being, feeling this resentment because you feel pushed around by people and taken for granted. And so, yeah, start setting those clear boundaries. Just going to ground her energy.
I'm just posting into, since it came up at least once, actually twice, right? 2 different readings for boundaries. I have a boundaries video called, I just posted it into my live chat on my channel. It's called Boundaries Creation, Assertion, Act, and Learn. It's an hour long, and it describes, the different practices that you can use to create boundaries around you, including in your daily meditation practices. All of the meditations that I do have this, like we start live sessions with a protected boundary. And this goes further by explaining how they feel, like those energetic boundaries, how they feel to others, and then also how to create, like, make your own, not just the Jon Binnie boundaries, right? You don't just need the Jon Binnie ones. You need, what do you do when these people, start to push on your boundaries? How do you act? How do you refine your boundaries over time and not compromise them in a way that isn't for your highest good? So I hope that helps you. Yeah, and Shooting Star says, I feel like I constantly give and give. Yeah, I feel that in your heart. That's really tough. And please do look after yourself. It's not, you were born here for you. And even if you're in service to others like me, you have to fill your cup first. And I've learned, like many of us do, the hard way, right? It's the really hard way, where your health starts to deteriorate. And you're like, okay, before things get any worse, let's really focus on, bolstering boundaries. And boundaries are another act of self-love.
And that would come. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. Just say yes.
No, I was going to say this, that what Jon said towards the end there resonates kind of with what I was receiving for Shooting Star, in that I felt like they were moving really fast. And if they're doing a lot of things for others, they're kind of caught up in that, this person needs me, that person needs me. As opposed, willing like to hear spirit, to connect with spirit based on the message I received. It was just like, you can't be extending yourself over too much to other people, because you're not able to receive what you're supposed to receive.
Makes perfect sense.
Okay, I'm ready to select our next request.
Thanks. And just before we do, I am just sharing links. I know we're coming up on time, having Sonia's time with us. So you can visit Sonia. This is your website, Sonia, fullcircletherapyservices.com.
Yes, that's my website. And I can stay until about 12:40, since we started at 11:37. I mean, we technically started at 11:30, but we didn't start doing the messages until like 11:37.
Okay. Do the longer time goes on, the less coherent I become.
So you have our support. We're here for you.
Yeah. So just say, Jon. Just like wave your hand. So it's only like a short amount of time in the future. And please do subscribe to Sonia's YouTube channel as well, which shared there. Fabulous. Sorry, Viviane. Is it your turn to choose?
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, my turn. Okay, let's see. I just see one. Right. Make sure I'm inside the screen. I'm selecting our next request.
the center of this universe. The lightning of this. Please say hello in the chat if your request is called. The faster you respond, the more time you get.
Okay. Marty Morrow.
Marty 6935, are you here?
Yeah,
I'm typing.
they just posted that, so yeah, they're here.
I was beaten before I even started. Fantastic.
I think your audience is being trained, Jon, but they
That's
know.
right. Well, I know it's like some form of hypnosis. It's incredible. Thank you, everyone. Okay.
And Marty's saying, as a child, I was abducted by ETs for a period of time. What was their interest in me?
Thank you. Yep, we can certainly ask.
Well, I've never had this happen before because I've never had anybody ask me any questions about ETs. So I will say, as soon as I tuned into Marty Morrow, I got the word ethology, ETHOLOGY. So ethology, did not know what that is. So I had to look it up. That is actually a real word. And it says it is the science of animal behavior. It is the study of human behavior and social organization from a biological perspective. And so, at least from what I just received, that's one of the ways they were interested in you, was from a biological perspective to study human behavior.
Wow.
First thing that I heard was, we are all connected.
And also how biological behavior is transmitted genetically. That's also one of the things they were studying. And if they could study the splicing of certain genetics to bring about certain behaviors by putting different genetic patterns a lot together. I'm amazed myself.
Wow, that was cool.
Shall I share?
Sure. Yeah, I'm
also interrupt. Yeah, really aligning with what you're both saying. So I did have a few questions about who the ETs are. They felt like Zetas, like we would understand them as great aliens. And to Viviane's point, they made it very clear that they are. So this was through your guides. They are not separate to us. They are like I know there's lots of different opinions about them, right? But this is what your guide said, which is they're like a kind of future parallel versions of humans. So if you imagine being a highly technically advanced race of beings, time isn't really much of a problem for you. And where would you go? Where, if you could help and support your own species, and you had access to all space, all time, and universe, where would you go? You go to the best place, right? And what's really the study of what they're doing with you, Marty, is this was all part of your soul blueprint. Like your soul knew this when you signed up for this lifetime. Your guides did say, apologies, it's a bit of a rough ride. Your soul knew this. Like they're not that, let's just say their bedside manner isn't brilliant, right? It's like don't really understand how to make you totally comfortable or how to support you fully. What I did see, building, on what Sonia was saying as well, first of all, they show me you lying down, it's your human body lying down. And then Marty, like they were really studying the energy flow, and they're studying the, like I described as a light body, the electrics of you, your nervous system, and the flow through you. And the purpose of the study is they're trying to figure out the DNA and genetics required to hold higher vibrations, because what you're going through now, Marty, what many of us are going through is this ascension process, and it is magic, right? It's really difficult for science, even for very advanced beings, to understand, because it's really our energy and our consciousness that affects the matter, not the other way around. You and I aren't constrained by our DNA. It's being upgraded because we chose to ascend. And so this is what they're busy studying. They're like, how is that possible? Like, we want to know the secret that humans have that's supporting you in this ascension. So you're raising your vibrations. And I also feel like that's also the reason why they're stepping back and just watching now, is because they know that every time they step in and interfere, and you're just asking the question, do they still visit me? They're not going to come in physically if it comes in and lowers your vibration. Like, they don't want that. They want you to keep rising in vibration. So until you're ready, for example, a bit like I met two Palladians in the woods here in Scotland yesterday, and then was like kicking myself afterwards. It was like, my guide said, Jon, you just needed to ask them to appear, in the third dimension. It's like, why didn't I think of that? Why didn't I think of that? Because you weren't ready, Jon. It's like, okay, but I can feel it so close. So once you feel safe and confident and open to receiving them again more physically, they will come in, because they'll know that it's not going to, shut you down in any way or scare you in any way. And I feel the bit in between, the journey to that, if that's what you choose, is just asking either before meditation or before you go to sleep at night. And I just extend it, I'd use the terms, I feel it's safe to use your ET family. So these are beings that you have connections with. Annie's point about being one, they are part, they're the same souls as you and I, just incarnated into different beings and different species.
That's neat, because actually Maury said my dad was a OG rocket scientist for NASA, and it's interesting because when they said, I got a much shorter message, but it was like, okay, we are related, and then they showed me something like, what about when you travel? Like, we're learning more about you, and we're studying and learning more about you. And then they gave me an example. Think of when you travel and you visit other cultures. Give me that example. Yeah, they're maybe look a little bit different, but speak another language, have different customs and culture, but we're related, or in connected the same. So, but yeah, I really love what you both got, and Sonia, that was such a cool
word.
message. Yeah, that was really cool. Yeah.
It's like it was made for it, right? It starts with ET, is it? It starts with the letters ET.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was just going to say, as far as with her questions, do they still visit me? I also got that it wasn't physical, that it was in the astral realm, and also that sometimes her dreams may seem a little chaotic, and so she can't really interpret. That's not a word. Interpret that she's having a visitation from them. But but to John's point, it feels like those visits are not physical. They're communicating with her.
Mm-hmm. That makes perfect sense.
Nice.
It fascinates me how fragile our mental concepts are. That when these beings come, they're our family and they turn up. Imagine having a relative turn up to the door, knock on your door, and you open the door and you're like, your brain just explodes and drops on the floor. You're like, I don't even understand how you're possible. And like, I'm your auntie. I just like planet is like bad, Don't you remember me? Like, I'm sorry. Yeah, it is so funny, and it explains why there's such a, for many of us that are going through ET contact, or I call it, well, I got this phrase from a tree, and a psychic tree talk was, they call it micro contact, where it's you're building up these individual relationships with beings from across the universe, our family across the universe, and it's a very gentle, for many of us, not everyone, right, but for many of us, a gentle, constant nurturing journey. And yeah, I have quite a few clients that have had what we would traditionally call ET abductions, and so it's not all bad, right? I'm not saying they're all perfect or they're all doing a great job at working with humans, but the vast majority of cases do feel that it's for everyone's highest good. So thank you for your service, Marty. You're helping many.
Yes, thank you.
Absolutely.
Well, Sonia, my clock says 1737, which is 5:37. I
know, but I don't really want to leave. But I'll stay on for another 20 minutes.
Okay.
Great.
Because I'm having such an enjoyable experience. I'm like, oh God.
Wonderful.
Great.
And now it's John's turn.
John's turn. I keep putting on music and it's the end of the song. I don't know how many times that's happened. Okay, choosing your next request. Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop. Spiritual warrior, is that L1V?
Yes.
Sorry, did I say spiritual? Spirit warrior, are you here? Can you type faster than me? Warrior. It's a race against John. Are you here? Let us know.
Okay.
I think it's on. Even though my comments seem to get it in there just before. Thank you, Spirit Warrior.
Yeah, thank you.
And please need body healing and hormonal imbalance. Body gets cold, hair loss, body pain, diabetes, feet, toenail, fungus. Thank you.
Okay.
Let's get some water. I'm just going to start with a scan and I'll just share what I find. I was directed to the heart, and I watched Spirit Warrior's heart going through these pulses. They're quite gentle. It's like I feel it might actually be in line with the heartbeat just now. It's like this doom, 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 and these pulses that go across the body. Feel like that pulsing is actually a superpower you have. Your heart's doing quite a lot of hard work to try and push negative energy out of you, out of your body, and out of your auric field. And some of this is connected to, it's like a reaction to lack of boundaries. Like your body saying, right, I think I know how to deal with this. I'm going to try and push this out. But it's not as effective as it would be to create stronger boundaries around you. This certainly felt connected to hormonal imbalance, your body feeling cold, and body pain. How did you get on so far?
I was on her feet. There's a need for grounding to, there's this need for grounding to pull this stagnant energy from her root chakra into down, really ground stagnant energy from her body, and there's a lot accumulated on her feet. I also heard there's something, there's an imbalance between the left side and the right side of her body. Her body needs balance, and so that I just started getting this. It needs grounding, needs balance, and I'm still scanning the energy.
Yes, I'm still scanning as well, but I was immediately drawn to the scalp, and I could see how frayed the hair was, and that there's something going on there that I really can't express. Again, I think to Viviane's point or Jon's point, it is related to the hormones. But that I was just kind of trying to give that scalp area like a lot of nourishment. Oh, I see. So it kind of seems like it's kind of dry and brittle. Again, probably because of the hormonal fluctuations. And I'm still scanning as well.
I can see the scalp, and I can see the roots of the hair.
Yeah, I can see the follicles as well.
Yeah. I heard tea tree oil.
And also like some scalp massage. Maybe she can do this herself, maybe with the tea tree oil and like a scalp massage. Because I feel like that area needs to like some type of soothing and some type of like nourishment. Because it's not just about the hair. The hair is a part of the, I'm getting the word biome. So that the hair, scalp biome, the hair is a part of that. And the biome needs help to be rebalanced. But, you know, I'm trying to see about the hormonal imbalance, what we can do for that.
Is it okay if I just do some work on the heart to let
Sure.
energy release downwards? Okay, I just don't want to interfere with you guys. Just clearing out lower chakras, the bottom of the heart chakra, solar plexus as well. So, root.
And I'm also receiving that if you, it may be wise for you to understand you're having issues with your feet, but to let the earth can help to rebalance you as well hormonally and also help with the fungus. So if you can put your feet on the ground shoeless, sockless, some grass maybe,
Yes.
no matter what size. And the earth will help to recalibrate, because I'm also getting that it's electromagnetic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what they showed. They showed me her feet first, and I'm feeling my top of my head really itchy now.
Yeah, as soon as I tuned into her earlier and I started focusing on her scalp, my scalp became very active as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, not itchy to that degree, but definitely it's like something's going on there.
Mm. And the tea tree oil would be good for treating the scalp and also the fungal.
Yeah, tea tree is good for fungal and like especially like on the feet and stuff like that. And so I'm also being drawn now because I did watch some light down, and I saw like whatever these excess hormones are, because it's about rebalancing how it's going into Mother Earth and how she's helping to transmute it. And so now I'm just being drawn to her pancreas around the diabetes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was shown to either practice grounding daily with your barefoot. I think in today's video, actually, my highest Jon video, like barefoot on the grass or ground, earth, stone, rocks, whatever you have. If you can't get access to that, grounding mats are also helpful, which you can buy, and just make sure that your home electrical system actually grounds it. And then, other than that, you can also set the intention, just like we're doing at the moment. We're helping release energy into the earth. I was shown a frequency for you, Spirit Warrior, no less than 3 days gap in between it, and that's actually between grounding, and it's actually really good for you to feel the difference. This seems to be related to the your body, and like drawing attention in part by what your body's doing is depositing negative energy into your toes and toenail, which is why the fungus is appearing. And it's like the aggravation of that's like bringing your conscious awareness down to, okay, my feet, what? And so like asking your body, what are you trying to tell me? It's like, and your body's like, down there, down at your feet. It's like, we need to clear this energy.
I actually saw her standing, as you mentioned, Jon, outside and grounding her energy. She was also holding in each hand shungite. I have one too. She was holding onto a shungite stone, maybe another dark stone on each hand, but absolutely no shoes, no socks, standing on grass or dirt, whatever. It would be very, very beneficial to balance, to not only to drain this energy, but balance, because I mentioned earlier that there was this clear imbalance between her left and right side of the body.
Yeah, and I kept on hearing electromagnetism, electromagnetic. So I definitely feel like, to Jon and Viviane's point, more the grounding on the earth will help to rebalance her. And that also could be what's throwing the hormones off, the electromagnetism. And also could be the stage of life she's in,
Sure.
I understand how that goes. I think it's all connected.
Shungite is really good for the EMF, the electromagnetic purpose. That's why I have it in my computer here.
That's wonderful. I know some of us, this comes up increasingly in our live streams, right? The practice of grounding. I've had client sessions recently of a theme where people are a bit hesitant to ground into earth. It's like, I don't want to, Mother Gaia's got enough, and I don't want to send my energy down there. And one thing I'd encourage you to reflect on is the cycles of energy, these natural cycles of energy. Because even like when I'm picking up my dog's poo, I'm like, why do I pick up dog poo? I mean, I know I don't want to stand in it, right? But like before bags were invented, for millions of years, like animals would be pooping on Earth. Like, why do they do it? Like, there's a natural cycle of energy. You know, it's same, and it's their poo, right, that has then gone on and helped many of the plants and even us human beings, you know, grow and eat and survive.
They have those beetles, right, that come in, and that's their food source.
So encouraging you to, every time I connect with Gaia, she always says the same thing. It's not that you're releasing too much negative energy into me, it's that not enough of you are doing it. It's always a cycle. It's, we generate negative energy, absorb it from others, and we release it into the earth, and Mother Gaia takes that. If you're ever worried about your energy, you know, if you ever feel like your energy is somehow darker than others, or it's really at the bottom of the vibrations, or you feel you've absorbed energy from others that is very dark and low vibration, just send it down beneath the crust of the earth. And just visualize it. I think it's about, what, 22, 23 miles or something. So it's really deep down, right? And it's there, it's the kind of raging torrents of magma. Mother Gaia describes it to me as, it's like the fire in her belly. It's like raging and roaring all the time. And it really does churn that energy up and then release it gradually, like steadily back up into the crust. And that energy gradually makes its way up to the surface for us to feed upon, you know, for new life. And so the cycle continues.
Yes.
Negative energy, back down it goes, and so on.
And I think, like, it makes you feel better when you're grounding your energy. I tend to say, Gaia, please take away all that don't serve my highest good. And this is going to Mother Gaia, so she may use that to transmute it, and she'll transmute that into love. That will be, you're not hurting Gaia when, just like Jon saying, you're not hurting. When you send her, she's transmuting that energy. She's recycling and it's putting to good use. So.
Definitely.
I just wanted to answer. A thread of light says, "Hi Sonia, would it be okay if I also try to do what you're recommending?" And I would say, yes, absolutely. You know, as Jon and Viviane often share, one person may be selected, but the message is usually for many people in the group.
Yes.
Yeah, it definitely feels that even the requests themselves have this high magnetism. It's like this vibrational match to everyone in the live stream, right? So whenever we're selecting this, Viviane and I are like, I can feel it. I feel the energy, even though I can't see it. I can feel the energy of the request, and I don't even set an intention to try and guess who it's from or what it's about. But it's like your hands being like pulled into, divinely guided to that right request. And it makes total sense on you. I absolutely agree that if something resonates with you, you know, with your own, just like you would if we were answering a request directly for you, just use your own discernment and decide whether it feels good. If it feels happy and joyful in your heart, go for it. Makes me really think about grounding mats. Talk a lot about them, and I don't have any.
Yeah, I don't have one either. And I don't leave my house that often to go out.
Yeah, I don't have one either.
I have to tell my body, even for the highest Jon videos, which are always a minute, so I'm just in and out for a minute. But I have to tell my body before I go out, it's just a minute. You can do a minute, right? We're going to be okay with just a minute. We're not going to freeze to death at 0 degrees Celsius. Not in a minute, anyway.
I just wanted to comment on something that Leona 333 said. She said, I had a full hysterectomy, and so I feel all this. I can't take Premarin, so I'm depleting in so many ways, which much love to all going through unwanted hormones. I'll just share personally that I am in this stage of life myself. And so what's really helped to rebalance my hormones is doing energy sessions on myself. It's helped tremendously.
Yeah.
It's really, really. And so if you're someone who's going through the change of life, you know, that's what the old folks used to call it, the change of life. Yeah. And if you're going through that, energy healing unequivocally helps. I mean, some of us take hormones for medical reasons. Some of us don't want to. Some of us only want to do it holistically as we go through this next season we're about to enter into. But I can promise you that when I started doing my own hormonal work, on my own energy healing work, on my own hormones, it changed things dramatically. So it really does work. So don't feel like you don't have any options if you can't take quote unquote medicine. You really do have, you have lots of options.
Mm-hmm. Yes, wonderful. Thank you for sharing that. Yes.
Yeah, I agree. I when I'm doing reflexology, almost all my clients are going through menopause, and it's so funny because before I qualified, and I was so ignorant. I was like your average male. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
what is that? Do I go through that? And yet now, and I don't know how many sessions I've done. Now you can even see I could see on someone's looking at the heels whether they're going like at what stage in the menopause they're going through. And that blows my mind as well. It's like our bodies kind of naturally know this, and I resonate with that so much. That like it's almost like when you graduate, I feel it's more of a graduation than a than any kind of negative change. Although I'm sure the symptoms are definitely a roller coaster. Is that there's so much about setting the intention about what you want for your body, especially around the womb and the reproductive organs. The body's like, what happens next? Like I've not done this before. What are we wanting to do next? And I feel that energy healing, reflexology, and other holistic treatments can really help guide your body. It's like, remember this. Remember, we can achieve balance still. We can keep working through this. Sometimes I get a bit jealous because I'm like, men don't like. We're still meant to reproduce at any age or thereabouts, and yet women get to graduate and become, the elders, the wise ones for humanity. It's like, don't trust the men. Like, I love that. So thank you. How are you doing, Sonia?
I'm going to respect my own boundaries, and I am going to depart now. But this has been amazing and beautiful, and I hope to see you all in the next month or two. This was really amazing.
Oh, great to see you. Yeah, wonderful.
Yeah, I hope to invite you back sometime soon. And your book, I posted it, so I've added it to the description of
Thank you so much.
Of the live video. So it's in the replay too, and in the live chat. And it's called Masterpiece, is it called?
Yes, Masterpiece, a healing journey for Black women reclaiming their body, their wisdom, and their voice.
Oh, how wonderful. How beautiful. I don't read, but if I did, I would love to read material from you.
Well, I'm going to try to record the audiobook this year. So if you ever just want to just do it, you can just walk in the woods and listen to my voice doing the whole thing. So
I would love that.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. It's been beautiful. It's a pleasure always to be with all of you.
Thank you so much. See you soon.
Take care. See you soon. Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Great.
And then there were two and 62 in the live chat. Yeah, please do follow the links for Sonia. She's a fantastically gifted soul. And excited to have her again.
I like that. Yeah. Talk about hormones came because so many women with as you mentioned, certain health issues are not able to treat, with hormones. So yeah, there are options, and energy healing, yes, absolutely, wonderful option for us.
Brilliant. Keeps us busy too.
Yes.
Great. Who is next to choose?
My turn. You.
Thank you.
Choose. All right. Ready to select our next request.
My heart within strong boundary. Please say hello in the chat if your request is randomly picked. I am invited. Thread of light, are you here? Thread of light, will you beat Jon to say hello? Are you here? I always have to wait a second as well. Thread of light, are you here? Oh, you beat me. Well done. Thank you, thread of light.
Yeah. Okay.
And you asked, please ask my spirit team what my DNA origins are. What is my home planet? And thank you so much for doing these live sessions. I really appreciate you all. And some lovely purple hearts.
Mhm. Thank you.
Thank
Okay.
you.
So, DNA origins, home planet. Okay.
I'm getting so many answers, and my little mind's like, there's a lot of concepts to understand. Okay. Feel free to go first.
Mm-hmm. I heard we're all made of stars, and I was shown Sirius, the star. And I heard multiple origins, so there's not one specific home planet.
Makes a lot of sense. I was shown two concepts. I could introduce the concepts, which is one concept we're perhaps most familiar with is for DNA, right? So when what I saw really interestingly, a thread of light was Anglo-Saxons with a DNA. I mean, we're all a bit of a blend of each other as humans, right? That this was some of your lineage for your physical body. You could describe it as the DNA of your body. So this is like the kind of family tree, the things we used to do a DNA test, find out what you're really asking is finding out where your body's from. And I find that really funny to think about, because we do kind of project onto our bodies like that our ancestry is somehow more than just the body. And we don't usually talk to people and look at each other's bodies and say, where's your body from? Where's the DNA structures in your body come from? So let's talk about the second concept. And this is that you're a soul, and your soul has a soul family. And your soul family is really just a cluster of souls that come together to work together, to incarnate in and out different lifetimes. And often you have a frequency match. Often you have like shared goals, like maybe you're here to serve others or to help Earth, for example. And then I saw that, really interestingly, when your soul chooses a lifetime to incarnate into, your soul looks for DNA in a body that can support your superpowers. So there's a match. There's like almost like the body is a vessel, and it has to be able to be capable of holding you. And let's face it, these live streams, a lot of it's like, we don't complain, right? But we're like, we find challenges with getting our bodies to kind of step up to these very high vibration gifts. So I've shown that, Anglo-Saxons, I understand the physical history is really mixed already, and that some of your DNA is also from your human DNA is from the Far East. So, and this goes back hundreds of years. Like this was at least 400 or 500 years. Goes back to China and Japan, and that those ingredients in your DNA of humans are, as Viviane said, and pointed out, Sirius. Sirius was one of the last stepping stones that you stepped in. You came down into the night sky of Earth to come closer to Earth, closer to the vibration, and then to be able to step down into human form. So it's to introduce some of those concepts about how your soul has chosen these more physical attributes of you. And you can, it feels like, to go further, if you want to keep going back further in some of these origins. I mean, looking at the night sky is fantastic, right? Look at Sirius, and then feel into like the surrounding clusters. You can put your hand on your heart, ask your spirit guides out loud, put your hand on your heart and stare at the night sky. Even use one of the wee apps that show you, what is it, night sky or something. There's loads of them that tell you, even if you can't fully see where the stars are, they show you where they are. Feel into your it's like you're feeling into your soul origins. Ask, if I lived there before, ask the starlight as you see it. You know, if I lived in your star system before. And other than that, book someone for a session, right? And ask for more of your soul origins. I remember, was it Chloe Rose, Mystic Hearts was doing a video recently. It was a short story about her soul origins, which was just fascinating in a short story poem style. And it was incredible. So if you want something like that, where you want to know all the detail, I mean, some of us have thousands of lifetimes, right? So it's maybe a bit much to get in an hour, but you get like the key points, especially the key shifts in vibrations.
Yeah, wonderful.
A crystal, LJ says, where's my body from? And there's like these planets, these, where's my soul and soul's family origin? My brain blue. That's right. It's quite a lot, right? I find the concept of soul families really intriguing, and yet it explains so much about, if you ever have those feelings, why do I feel like I'm parenting my parents? Right? And then, or when you're trying to parent your kids and they're like, you're like, you feel like my dad. That's what I feel like my son a lot. I'm like, what we're doing is repairing. We're working through those, that our soul lineage, right? It's and I'm sure if you actually look back at your family trees, you get some hints of it. So yeah, it is fascinating. What a beautifully flexible and infinitely dynamic universe we live in.
Yes. So thank you, Light, for your question.
Yes, thank you. Must be time for me next. Great. What's going on inside all these reflections? Teaching me. Beep boop beep boop. Beep boop beep boop beep. Set me free. I feel this you. Cindy, is it Cindy L? Cindy L, Muse Way Mon 771.
I want to read a comment, great comment by Diane, Y4L. I've watched countless hours of videos on YouTube looking for answers to this. You have answered them all and more in this reading. That's great.
Yeah, we have all the answers. We know everything. Actually, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say Cindy L is here, but go ahead. Say
yes, Cindy L beat me as well, which is fantastic. Well done. yeah, it turns out that we're always seeking knowledge, right? It seems to be born into us humans, and yet I do feel it's not the answers we seek; it's the questions, and so that's why you guys putting in questions in my website for my videos and putting your requests in here is what really expands us, right? Otherwise, you get Chloe, you get Viviane and I sat here a couple times a week going, we know exactly what to do. Here's what we do. And it'd be the same every time, right? So thank you all for all your expansive requests.
Yes. Thank you.
Cindy L, I would like an energy and blockage clearing followed by guidance from my Akashic records on what direction I should move towards for financial security. Thank you. Wow, that was a big sentence. Would you like the Akashic or the energy clearing?
I'm feeling the Akashic for this one. Thank you for asking. Okay, Akashic. Direction move for financial security. Okay.
As I just doing a quick scan, first of all, there is a heart and a disconnection between the heart and solar plexus. And this does feel like it in part is why we're being asked about financial security. It's like Cindy L's mind is like, I don't like there's no feeling of it. So I can help with that. Okay, and the disconnection is because there's a small negative attachment on the solar plexus. So I can remove that first before I reconnect your chakras. Oh, it's small and icky and sticky. Let's remove this. Return to source or never return here again. Ora iti sira utu mura kuta kurta kurta kama. Just using some Elvian light language to encourage your solar plexus to return to its natural size and shape. And then from the center of your solar plexus, connecting up to heart and down to sacral chakra. And then running that beautiful source love energy all the way through your chakras, and clearing out your whole body nervous system. And deep into earth. And clearing out your aura. Return to source or never return here again. Okay. You're taking lots of notes, Viviane. I'm impressed. I feel inadequate. Right.
As it comes through, so I don't forget everything.
I can imagine you writing at the same, what's it called? Automatic writing, like writing, channeling, receiving, and talking to me and doing the comments at the same time. And I'd be like, what day is it?
Or I get like that too. I wake up like, what day of the week is it today? So Cindy, your Akashic records message that came through is for you to feel abundance, feel abundant. And this way you can attract abundance and practice gratitude and feel respect money and the energy of money. So it's it to attract abundance and move toward financial security. You have to yeah, feeling that energy. What I was going to say, feel the energy of abundance to attract financial abundance. And I, John, you had an abundance. Okay, great. You found the video. Wonderful. Yes. So money is energy. And when you are dealing with money, when you are paying a bill, or when you are touching cash in your, reaching for cash in your wallet, respect the money, respect the energy of money, and have that flow. When you are paying a bill, I feel like, okay, I'm grateful I get to pay this bill. So don't feel it as, okay, it's money being taken away from you. Feel like as the cycle, right? Um, as money is also being the flow.
Yes.
When you have a little bit and you give to charity, don't feel like, okay, I'm giving this. I get to share this, and more will be shared with you, because there is this uh, flow of the energy, and that will attract more abundance to you, towards you. And I had an image of you counting money and placing ordering the notes by value, like organizing them before putting them in your wallet, instead of just shoving them, the cash in your wallet. So when I say respecting money, is treating with care, and also that way, and with care and respect, when you're handling money, when you're um, placing in your wallet. Um, and is the attitude of gratitude will also attract more abundance to you.
Yeah.
Mm.
I love the flow. That abundance video. I must admit, I didn't
Mm.
know a lot of the concepts. It's so true for so much of this work. We're taught a lot about abundance and manifestation, right? Like, I need to manifest like my dream house or my dream car or whatever. Yet, really, the only way that that's effective is that what it does is you're, as Viviane says, you're inviting yourself to enter a state of flow. And how does flow feel? It feels lovely. It's like it's transient. It always, you don't, when we look at our bank accounts, for example, it's static. It's like taking a photo of a river, right? It's like if you take a photo of the river, it's like, oh, hope there's going to be enough rainfall so that river keeps like flowing. And then you look at the ocean, you're like, hope there's going to be enough rainfall for the rivers to keep, replenishing the ocean. And it's just so bizarre that if you think about so many of our mechanisms, static numbers, even like putting money in our pockets, hiding under a bed, put it in our safe, they're all blockages. They're all like, take that money out of circulation and hoard it, right? And of course, what happens if you dam a river, or even when you put a mill in it and start trying to like siphon too much off it, you just drain, you drain it away. And so, yeah, really what I was seeing when I connected with your solar plexus, Cindy L, was you kind of, your solar plexus had forgotten this kind of the feeling of it, the sensation of flow of financial security. And so some really there if you think about fear, right, whenever fear comes up and you want to overcome the fear, you have to do the opposite. You have to face the fear and like go through it. So if you're scared of not having enough money, guess what you have to do? You have to spend money. And Viviane, I just love what you're saying about the feeling of saying, I am so blessed that I can, pay for this thing or book a service or donate to someone. When you do this, you're giving and you're opening up the flow. It stops, as you'll hear in that video, the abundance video, it stops all this kind of flow that comes in through the back of your solar plexus. It stops that blocking. Because what we do is we'll just look at the kind of water level, if you like, the energy level in our solar plexus and just say, oh, but it's quite low. I don't have enough money. It's like, no, it's the other way around. You don't have enough money because you're not spending it. You're blocking it. It's not flowing through you. And it's never about the amount, right? It's always about the feeling.
Yes.
And I know I have clearly some good reasons for saying this, but I genuinely do. Whenever I feel in fear about lack of money, I book a service, like I book a service from someone. I've already done at least one every month. And even that feeling of, well, if it's the last, discretional spend I have this month, yeah, I'll spend it on getting like an energy healing or a reading. I had like a tarot reading. I've had 2 actually this year so far already. And I just book them because I know that I'm helping a fellow practitioner. And then secondly, I know that I get rewarded, right? Like I'm telling my body, hey, when we're fearing lack of money, good news. We invest in self-love. We invest in self-care. So it's like a win-win on many different levels. And you don't have to book Viviane or I for a session. But our links are in the description of the video and also in the live chats. So just encouraging you to follow what feels right for you. That'll definitely help so much with finance security and helping rewire, like unlearn some of these constraints that we place upon ourselves about the kind of term banks. If you think about it, it's just so funny. I'll take my money out of circulation, I'll put it in a bank. And then, of course, what do banks do? They put it in their own secret rivers and let it flow there.
Yes.
Cindy L. I think we have time for one more, right?
Yes.
But I've totally forgotten who's.
I got a little bit forgetful myself. I think sometimes I have to go a step backwards.
Is it you? I think I chose Cindy L.
I think it's me. Yeah. I'll go for it. See you again.
Just can't remember.
Yeah, you did. I chose the Akashic part of it, but you chose the request. So I had to go back a step to remember. Okay, selecting our next request and the last for today.
Please say hello in the chat if your request is called.
Oops. I have Lisa Mo 3689. Please let us know if you're here.
Can you beat John? Are you here? Lisa Mo 3689. Oh, I said 98. I'm sure you'll get the idea. The chance.
Here. Whoa, everybody's here today. Great. And responding fast. Wonderful. Thanks so much. So Lisa is saying, could you please do a reading and clearing? We would love to feel the connection with guides and angels, and would love to channel. Wonder if my need to be in control is greater than I think. Okay, let's see. So reading, clearing. All right. 36.
Which would you like to do, reading or clearing?
I'll go for the reading this time. Thank you.
Just filling Lisa's body, source of energy. Highest good. And if you can, Lisa, while I'm doing this, if you're able to sit with your back, comfortably straight, as comfortable as it feels to, or standing straight, they're both equal. You don't have to stand up. This will just help me as I'm being asked to do a lot of work on your chakra alignment and also on the crown chakra. And I was getting tons of messages like, that's what Viviane's doing. I can always share messages afterwards. Yeah, feel free to share as it comes through for you, Viviane.
Mm-hmm. Lisa, when it comes to the message, a little bit that came through so far is that you are connecting. It's not about whether you're connecting or not. It's more about your expectation. So that is the little bit of the mind or the ego mind being in control there. So, and it's more about the feeling versus, so your expectation of validation for what you're, of when you're connecting and how you're connecting.
Yeah, I felt that a lot with the heart. Still
Mm-hmm.
open your heart.
And then I heard pay attention to thoughts that can come through and sensations. You really your own guidance and intuition. And remember that is your journey. So not to compare where you are when it comes to your abilities, your clairs, and versus how others are experiencing their journey and their abilities and getting their messages. I got that writing would be very helpful for you to develop the practice of journaling your experiences, and when you feel like you have a thought or you see a sign and you notice that, acknowledging it to acknowledging that it's helpful for your growth, and then that way you strengthen the connection, and you also open to receive more. You can just think or say, thank you, guides, for showing me this, or sending me that message. They showed me a billboard, and just to share that it's not always going to be a sign, and something that you need to know or see or feel. Is not always going to be like big and obvious like that, and like in your face. It's going to be like subtle things. It's not going to be in a billboard. Hey,
Like,
Lisa.
hello. Oh, finally, I can hear them. It's just spirit guys here. Oh, I've been talking to you guys for ages.
Yeah. So it's going to be subtle, but the more you sense and acknowledge that, and then it builds strength. But it's funny, like they showed me this huge although it happened to me one time. It was funny. I just remember, because when I started, as I continued to acknowledge more and more, and talk to, my guides and angels, and especially acknowledging the, angel number flow. There's one time that I was driving, I believe it was to the shelter, the animal shelter, volunteered. While driving, I saw a billboard that had an angel on it, and there was nothing written on it. It was an angel, an archangel. I'm like, okay, I thought it was funny, but anyway.
That's so cool. Yeah, I definitely felt, and also just acknowledging Lisa, and for others watching, sometimes it's intimidating watching not people like Viviane and I, because we're all like, we can all do this work. It's just that, I mean, we do this a lot, right? And we've also just gained the confidence, and so much about, it's a feeling, right? It's not really about our own individual psychic abilities or not. I feel we all have them. And what can be misleading, especially when you come in, if you watch when we bring guests on here, we're all very different, right? We all work very differently. We talk to our spirit guides, or talk or see, like we're very used to like these kind of constrained perceptions of reality, whereas we're all just these little floating consciousness bubbles, orbs floating around. We just happen to be in a human body. We can travel anywhere in the universe and communicate with anything. And often why our minds, what I saw when I was working through you, Lisa, is I saw your mind doing a lot of chatter. And like you say, you are actually communicating with your guides. When your heart doesn't feel it, then it's meaningless, right? Because your mind's like, I'm pretty sure that's my imagination, and so some people describe it as talking through your heart to your spirit guides, and I feel that's really helpful. But, that's why I always place my hand on my heart, even when I'm running in the morning at 5 a.m., like it was this morning, and talking to my spirit guide Maya. Just place my hand on my heart, and I just ask. Justine saying Natasha Rocha is rapid. Yeah, she's built for speed.
Yes.
She's incredible to work with. And if you watch her around me, she's always incredibly polite. She's like, waits for me to catch up. And yet we all have different superpowers, different strengths. And so starting with your heart's so powerful, because then if you think about your heart, and a lot of what we do in these live streams, we're always trying to explain feelings and concepts, but we feel it, and we're often touching our hearts and connecting with it. So I really encourage you, that link I shared for the 5D Ascension classes, it has like some extra, like they're quite long and in-depth. I mean, they're all up to an hour, but I'd say the practice is quite long within them to explore different ways. There's one of them that goes to like cycles through your different senses. It says, it's near the beginning, it's the fourth one in, and it says, talk to your spirit guide with all senses. And a lot of us obsess about seeing. Someone commented, right, I just want to see them. we can't see the wind, right? But we can see the effect it has. We can't see love, but we can see the effect it has. And like some of these things are the most powerful forces in the universe. And so it's just being able to receive them with these two eyes is a little bit constraining. So definitely encourage you on that journey of listening to those quiet whispers in your heart. And yeah, I'd still, now to this day, I find it like it's really a whisper. They're very quiet voices. They're coming in from different dimensions, in through the, their messages kind of go through like a prism-like bend, light bend, as they come into our frequency down in the third dimension. And so it's really lovely to, was it Crystal Aldi saying, please tell my guides to communicate easier and consistently.
I still remember when I saw this billboard, and it was a nice, clear day. It was a beautiful, sunny afternoon, and I looked at it like, and I remember I was thinking a lot about Archangel Michael, and then I saw that. I was like, okay, I get it, because, and I took a second look, because did I really see that? Because there was no. It was really an image of an angel, and there was nothing written on it. I'm like, what is this all about? It was fun.
And finally, my top tip for talking to your spirit guides is actually, I'm sure we do this in the next 5 Day Essential class.
Nice.
Another deep dive into talking to your spirit guides. So come along to that. It'll be not this Tuesday, but the following Tuesday afterwards. Yeah, finally, whenever you're trying, right, including when you see angel numbers, Lisa, use gratitude, right? Say, thank you so much. Just like Viviane saw the angel, thank you, that's so cool. Like her reaction alone, they're not listening to the words, they're watching your heart, they're watching your energy. And when you step into gratitude, even if nothing happened, in fact, if nothing happened, what happens is you create this, like, instead of you looking to your spirit guides like you're in fear, like, I don't think it's ever going to work, maybe I'm the only human that's not psychic, you convince yourself all the negative fear parts. Instead, the opposite, when you're nice and open, your heart opens up. When you're in gratitude, you're much easier to find and to connect with from high vibration beings. They see your light. When you're looking at night sky, I saw one this morning, this big pulse of light. It's like, what is that? That's what you look like to your spirit guides. They're like, there's Lisa. I can see her. Like, we're down here. Let's go again, Lisa. And so they'll come down and find it much easier to connect with you. Okay, well, we're over time. It's lovely chatting with you all. And yeah, thank you so much for all your requests. I know Chloe Rose is live tomorrow on her channel.
Yes. Same time as we go live, she's on tomorrow. And I just want to quickly say there's A7777, and we know love the sevens too. So she's saying, so scans, clearings, healings, readings, and what types of activations can be requested? What other things on this live stream? You can ask for messages from your guides, but when it comes to activations, from what I understand, is if there is one, and if you're ready to receive that activation, then it will be
any activation. You can, if you're in any doubt, I know it's sometimes a bit hard, but we've not come across any request that we can't service. So just ask. There might be some we decide not to if they're not safe. For example, aren't safe in a live stream. It has to be a one-to-one session. But almost everything else you get the small short version of what we would offer in a one-to-one session. You get the kind of 5 or 10 minutes of what we would offer in an hour-long session. So yeah, I'll bring our session to an end. I'd like to thank our guides, our higher selves, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Source and Gaia, and Archangel Metron, and every soul that's participated in today's session. I'd like to close the Akashic Records, and just asking everyone to step outside of the shared space and remain in your individual protected space for as long as you choose. As I close the shared space down and return to Source. Or never return here again. Please get plenty of rest. Drink plenty of water. And I think it was Diane's earlier question was asking about, do we find this work draining? I do, yeah.
Yeah, it does. Yeah,
It's very draining. It's more draining. It's more, if you can't tell from my mental state towards the end, it's very discombobulating and takes quite a long recovery time. Today I've already done 2 client sessions, and like that's my total maximum. You know, that's 4 hours of psychic work in a day, and especially the live streams. I used to do more in the past and learned how the consequences of doing this work too much. I don't know about you, Viviane, but yeah, I definitely need recovery time afterwards.
yes, we clear and ground our energy, and yes, it can be very draining. So yes, we do need to take time to rest and re-energize, recharge.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, everyone. We'll be back Monday and take a look out on our channels and our friends for their live streams too. Right? Take
Yes.
care, everyone.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Bye.